I choose you again. If I could go back to that old front porch swing, knowing all the pain that this life would bring, I'd still walk up to you with nothing in my hands and ask you to take a chance on a simple man. I'd still make the same mistakes, I'd still break a few hearts, I'd still choose the hard road if it led me to where you are. I'd choose you again without a single doubt. I'd choose you again, even knowing how it turns out. Through the laughter and the heartache, through the joy and the rain, if I had to do it over, I'd choose you again. I'd choose you again. Yeah, I'd choose you again. I'd still marry you young, with nothing but a dream. I'd still work long hours and come home to my queen. I'd still hold you when you cry and let you hold me too. I'd still choose this life because it led me straight to you. Some men chase forever, some men chase the wind, but I found my forever the moment you walked in. I choose you again, even with these lines upon my face. I choose you again, in this quiet, slow pace, through the wrinkles and the gray hair, through the battles we have won. I'd still pick you, baby, when all is said and done. People say you only live once, but I know that ain't true, 'cause every time I look at you, I get to live it through. The good, the bad, the ordinary, the beautiful, the tough, I live it all again, darling. If it meant I still had us, I'd choose you again. From the first day to the last, I'd choose you again. And I'd move just as fast, not because it was easy, but because it was real. Loving you, my darling, was the best part of this deal. I choose you again. Yeah, I choose you again. In a heartbeat. Yeah. Your hand still fits mine. I remember the first time I reached for your hand on that old wooden swing. Your fingers were soft and nervous, like a little bird with a broken wing. We were just two young kids with nothing but a promise and a dream. But when I held your hand that night, I knew I'd found my everything. Now your skin is thinner and your grip ain't quite as strong, but when I reach for you, it still feels like coming home. Your hand still fits mine after all these years. Through the good times and the heartbreaks, through the laughter and the tears, it's a little more wrinkled, a little more warm, but your hand still fits mine like it was made to be held from the day we were born. Your hand still fits mine. Your hand still fits mine. I held your hand when you brought our first child into this world. I held it when we buried our parents and the pain felt too much to bear. I held it when the doctor gave us news we never wanted to hear. And through every single season, your hand was always there. We've walked through fire and water, we've climbed some hills so steep, but the one thing that never changed is how your hand fits in mine so deep. Your hand still fits mine, even when we're sitting quiet in the dark. Your hand still fits mine, like a promise from the start. I don't need fancy words or grand romantic things, just the feeling of your fingers wrapped around these old tired strings. Some men chase after youth, some men chase after fame, but I've learned that real love is found in the small things that remain. And one of those small things that still makes my heart unwind is knowing that your hand still fits perfectly in mine. Your hand still fits mine, and I thank the Lord above that after all this time I still get to hold the one I love. When my time comes to leave this world, I hope you understand the greatest gift I ever had was the feeling of your hand. Your hand still fits mine. Yeah, your hand still fits mine. And I'm still holding on. Yeah. We still laugh. You still make that face when I tell a joke you've heard 100 times, and I still laugh at how you roll your eyes and try to hide your smile. The house is quieter now. The kids have all moved on. But somehow in this silence, we still find a reason to laugh along. We don't need the big things, we don't need the crowd, just a little moment, and we're laughing out loud. We still laugh, baby, like we did when we were young. We still laugh when the day is almost done. Through the wrinkles and the gray hair, through the ordinary days, we still find a reason to laugh this way. We still laugh, yeah, we still laugh. You still tease me about the way I dance when I'm cooking in the kitchen, and I still pretend to be mad, but we both know I'm just kidding. We laugh about the old days, we laugh about the fights, we laugh because we made it through the darkest of our nights. Some couples lose their laughter when the years go by, but somehow you and I, we never said goodbye to that old spark. We still laugh, baby, when the world feels heavy on our shoulders. We still laugh, 'cause it's one of the things that keeps us going. It ain't always loud, sometimes it's just a quiet smile, but it still feels like home. After all this while, I know one day the laughter might grow quiet in this house, and one of us will sit here remembering what we had. So while we still can, while the sound still fills these walls, I'm gonna keep on laughing with you through it all. We still laugh, and I hope we always do. We still laugh, just me and you. Through the good times and the hard times, through the joy and through the pain, as long as I can hear your laughter, I know I'm home again. We still laugh. Yeah, we still laugh. We still laugh. Just like we used to. Yeah, the quiet we share. We used to fill the silence with stories from our day, talking about the kids, the bills, and what the neighbors had to say. Now the house is quieter, the conversations are few, but somehow this silence feels more honest than it used to. We don't need to fill the air with words that don't mean much. Sometimes the deepest love is felt without a single touch. The quiet we share, it speaks louder than before. The quiet we share, it's something I've come to adore. No need to explain, no need to impress, just sitting here together in this gentle quietness. The quiet we share, the quiet we share. I used to think that silence meant something had gone wrong, that if we stopped talking, the love wouldn't last too long. But now I understand, after all these years have passed, that real love doesn't always need to speak to last. We said everything we needed to say a long time ago. Now the silence between us feels like coming home. The quiet we share when the evening starts to fall, the quiet we share is the sweetest sound of all. No music playing, no TV on, just the sound of breathing and knowing we belong. One day this house will be completely still, and one of us will sit here remembering the years we feel. So while we still can, while you're still here with me, I'm gonna cherish every moment of this quiet company. The quiet we share has become my favorite place. The quiet we share, when I see your gentle face, we don't need the world, we don't need the noise, just this peaceful silence between two old souls. The quiet we share, yeah, the quiet we share. Just you and me. Yeah, I still reach for you. In the middle of the night, when everything is still, my hand moves on its own, like it always has and always will. I don't even have to think, it just knows where to go, searching for the warmth that only you can show. After all these years, it's still the same old thing. My body remembers what my heart has always known. I still reach for you when the night gets cold. I still reach for you like I did when we were young and bold. Even in my sleep, my hand knows what to do. It reaches out, searching for you. I still were lying there when the kids were little, or you had to travel somewhere, and the empty space beside me felt so big and wide. That's when I realized how much I need you by my side. Now I don't take for granted what I used to do, 'cause reaching for you taught me what love really means. I still reach for you in the quiet of the night. I still reach for you when the moon is shining bright. My hand still knows the way. It doesn't need a light, it just reaches out and finds you every time. One day I know this hand will reach and you won't be there, and that thought alone is more than I can bear. So while I still can, while you're still here with me, I'll keep reaching for you for as long as I can breathe. I still reach for you, and I hope you always know that even when we're old and gray, my love will never go. My hand will keep on reaching long after I am gone, because loving you has been the best part of this song. I still reach for you. I still reach for you. Even in my sleep. Even in my sleep. Yeah, you're still the best part. I've had some good days, I've had some that broke me down. I've built some things worth keeping and lost a few. I thought I'd never live without. I watched our children grow and make their own mistakes, but when I look back on it all, nothing shines as bright as you. I don't need the glory, I don't need the fame. The only thing that ever really mattered was having you to share my name. You're still the best part of everything I've done. You're still the best part when all is said and won. Through the highs and the heartaches, through the ordinary and the grand, you're still the best part of this old man. You're still the best part. Yeah, you're still the best part. I used to chase the big things, thought they'd make me feel alive. But the longer that I live, the more I realize it wasn't applause. It was coming home to you and knowing I was loved. Now my hands are slower and my voice ain't quite as strong, but my heart still knows exactly where his greatest treasure's gone. You're still the best part of every single day. You're still the best part when I kneel down to pray. I don't need another lifetime, I don't need another chance, 'cause I already have the best one when I got to be your man. One day this old heart will stop and this house will grow real still, but I hope you always remember, no matter where I am, that in this long and winding story, you are always the best part. The beginning, the middle, and the ending of my heart. You're still the best part, even now when we're both old and gray. You're still the best part of every breath I take. When my time comes to leave here, I won't have much to say, except thank you, my darling, for being the best part of my days. You're still the best part. Yeah, you're still the best part of this whole life. Just one more morning, I don't need another year, I don't need another mile, I don't need to chase the things that used to make me smile. All I want is simple, all I want is true. Just one more morning waking up next to you. I've had my share of mornings, I've had my share of nights, but nothing feels more precious than this moment in the life. One more morning with you, that's all I'm asking for. One more morning with you before I walk through heaven's door. I don't need forever, I've already had my share. Just one more morning beside you in this old rocking chair. One more morning with you. One more morning. I've watched our children grow and have children of their own. I've seen the seasons change and felt the cold wind blow. I've made my peace with leaving, I've made my peace with time, but leaving you behind is the one thing on my mind. I don't fear the ending, I don't fear the pain, I just want to see your face one more time again. One more morning with you, in this gentle way. When my time comes to go, I won't put up a fight. I'll close my eyes and thank the Lord for giving me this life. But if He's listening now, if He's still got ears to hear, I'd trade 1,000 years in heaven just to stay one morning down here. One more morning with you, that's my final prayer. One more morning with you, while I'm still breathing air. I've loved you in the morning, and if I had one wish left, I'd wish for one more morning in your life. One more morning with you. One more morning with you. Yeah, just one more morning. You were my greatest blessing. I've had some wins, I've had some losses too. I've seen some dreams come true and watched a few fall through. I've walked through valleys low and stood on mountains high, but nothing in this life compares to you standing by my side. I didn't always see it, I didn't always understand that the greatest gift I ever got was simply holding your hand. You were my greatest blessing, the best thing I was given. You were my greatest blessing, my reason for living. Through the storms and the sunshine, through the joy and through the pain, you were my greatest blessing, and I'll never be the same. You were my greatest blessing. Yeah, you were my greatest blessing. You gave me a family, you gave me a home, you gave me a reason to keep going when I felt all alone. You forgave my shortcomings, you loved me at my worst, and you still chose to stay when many others would have left. I don't have much to leave behind when my time here is through, except a grateful heart that always belonged to you. You were my greatest blessing, even on the hardest days. You were my greatest blessing in so many quiet ways. I didn't always deserve it, but you loved me just the same. You were my greatest blessing, and I'll carry that with me face, your smile, the life we built as one. And I'll thank the Lord above for giving me His greatest gift, you, my love. You were my greatest blessing, and I hope you always knew that loving you, my darling, was the best thing I could do. If I had to live this life 100 times again, I'd still ask for the same blessing. I'd still ask for you. You were my greatest blessing. Yeah, you were my greatest blessing. And I'm so thankful you were mine.